let people come in. It's been a while. Yep. Welcome. Let me know where you guys are from. Myself, I'm from Alberta, Canada. It's been a while since I've done a live, so I don't know who will hop on, if anyone will. So I'm not too sure. Just thought I would pop on and see who's out there. Felt motivation, so here we are. How is everyone doing? Let me know where you're from. Where are you tuning in from? Any questions? Yes, you are always supporting here. Sasquatch Confessions is one of my best supporters on all platforms, and making sure we're getting the job done right. And T, embrace the journey. Welcome. Just burning a little bit of sage, cleansing, right? Motivation is coming back. Well, just KP, just due to the fact that spring is finally, I shouldn't say that, we're in Alberta, so it could just snow any day now, but the snow is finally melting, and it's easier to get out into the bush. Have been having some cool interactions, or I would say like gifts. I don't know, if you go back into my videos, the video called Sasquatch on a city doorstep, or neighborhood, city, or whatever. So whenever I drove past this location to work, when I worked in the city, they gave me fresh tree breaks, and I can really feel the energy in this certain area that Sasquatch are in there. And then if you go straight west, that's where I interact with this Sasquatch out in the Kootenay and the Radium area. And if we all know they know how to use the abilities, it doesn't take them, you know, it's not like they have to run here. They just can teleport, right? Anyways, I drove past there the other day, and there is a huge X, and they're like, okay, so come on out. So need to actually park and follow that coulee, because I can feel the energy of the Sasquatch that are in. No, it's just one that's there, and he has something to share. I don't know what that is, but again, go back in through my previous videos and watch the video of Sasquatch on the city's doorstep or something. That's the general area where I found the big X. I haven't posted the X. Do I know this is Sasquatch? Yeah, I know this is Sasquatch. I don't interact with anything else. And because I wanted to go to the guy that he's asked, you know, because he's stopped and asked, oh, this is my property, you guys okay? It's like, yeah, we're okay. Back a couple years ago, when I figured out that they were giving me tree breaks right there. If you guys know, like, there's certain ways to actually verify if you're interacting with a Sasquatch, right? It's not just stuff on the ground. There's absolute, hello Daniel, evidence that you can find, like in a trackway with the certain types of breaks. Also, watching Greg Braden, no, who is it? Whose podcast? He did the Emerald Tablets. Who is he, guys? Who wrote the Emerald Tablets? I know, anyways, he was on a podcast, and I was watching him, and he explained the 90-degree. He was talking about a 90-degree angle. And this is what the Sasquatch have always, like, when it comes to a tree break, it's a 90-degree angle. It's like, you can take a protractor or a compass and you can get that 90-degree angle. This is another reason how you can verify that it's Sasquatch, because there's intent behind the break. And he said in that, so my research has now had me going, okay, because Sasquatch is like, you have to discover this. It's all frequency. This is what we're doing. So when the break, you know, it's like, here's a tree, then they break it. So it's like that angle, that 90-degree angle. He says, yes, Billy Carson, there you go. Perfect. That's his name. So I like having people that have that type of knowledge. And it was amazing because he said above that 90-degree break is the fourth dimension. And I'm like, doesn't that make sense, you guys? Like, to people that understand the quantum and everything and the energy, I was like, wow. And this is what Sasquatch has shown me. Like, okay, I've had to bring out compasses and geometry and stuff and discover what these structures are, like, what are they representing? And there's a lot of Merkaba stuff that I see physically by Sasquatch when they build these structures. And he also goes on saying that, you know, the only way that we can activate this type of DNA within our bodies, so that's what Billy Carson was saying, was when we actually have someone show us. And this is exactly what Sasquatch is doing. It's like everyone's always looking outside, extraterrestrials, it's outside. No, pull back that lens. We go inside here, we go inside Mother Earth. And Sasquatch has been here for forever, as long as Mother Nature has been around, this world, this planet. I don't even like calling it a planet, but Sasquatch has brought in my gifts online when I interact with them, when I'm in their energy. They've taught me how to even remote view, because I was never a remote viewer, but when I had to go through that practice and follow the energy, and someone lost something and I said, no, it's right here, and really anchor in. And when they found the cell phone in the middle of nowhere and I said it was right there, this is where you have to go, and they found it, it's like they just showed me how to do that. Like, it's really like, here's the image, and it's like I pull back, I pull back, I pull back. You can see more and more and more. Even like, I know they have been trying to teach like coherence. Like, if you come in, this is, I truly believe, is when we come into coherence, like with a tree, if we can really resonate and find that resonance and coherence of that, what that tree is vibrating at, this is how you get into liminal space as well, is it'll teleport. You can teleport through that tree, right? It's like, again, it's going to take practice, and the more we do it, you know, these abilities will come online. The more you go and connect with nature, the more you go and take the onion layers off your heart, off your body, clear that energy. You know, it's not just about using sage, it's about doing the work and really going in, right? So where are you? From Alberta, Canada. And yeah, it's just amazing that way. To be able to connect and to be able to hear and to just know, like, this year is going to be phenomenal. I can already hear a lot of the things I don't even know how to explain to you guys on what's happened just with people, and all of a sudden Sasquatch will show me an image and I'm like, I'm trying to meditate here, why are you giving me this? And it's like, I don't need to check in on that person, and then next thing you know, they're phoning going, this is what's happening to me, and I'm like, oh wow. Sasquatch was literally knocking, like, hello, I need to show you something, and it was like I was totally taking it the wrong way. So what I've also learned when it comes to telepathy and stuff like that is we have the ability to check in with someone and ask their higher consciousness, their higher self, can we communicate? So it's like knocking on the door, just like when you come to someone's house, you knock on the door to see if you can talk with them. It's no different with what they come, they'll knock, they'll be like, can I, you know, I don't just allow them to, I know some people will just allow them to channel through, but it's that respect, it's that two-way street, right? I respect them, they respect me and my boundaries. And it was just a learning lesson to go, wow, you guys are spectacular. And it's just getting stronger and stronger with the telepathy. I find it's telepathy, which is heart speak, as Sasquatch Confessions has said, and then mind speak. I find they'll give me images, I'll hear, I'll see, like, but not see like with my physical eye. It's like your inner eye. They'll give me an image, and that's really come on point. But what I'm really going to concentrate on this summer is really, there's these two trees now that I figured out. One's a masculine, one's a feminine energy of the trees, and you can really tell by the energies. What I would really like to learn is how what I'm seeing with trees, with the land, is how I can teach people to really anchor in this ability so they can come into coherence. And again, it's I don't want to say consuming, because that's just consume the right stuff, you guys. That would be all right. But like mushrooms, like I always make sure daily I'm taking medicinal mushrooms, so reishi, chaga, turkey tail, and some other ones. I like Hishi Wu, that's an adaptogen, really infusing. But what I've been working with is red clover. And the more you infuse these herbs into you from nature, like even if you were to forage them yourselves, you are now coming in resonance with that herb in your body. So now your body's in coherence with that. You receive the benefits from that plant, that herb, berry, whatever, and you will start to connect even stronger with nature. So that's like even like resin from these wonderful trees. It'll talk to me, it'll speak out. So whether it just lights up as an energy or an energy in a hearing. And then even when you guys are out in the bush, it's like feeling. So when you're going through the bush, it's like I'm feeling, really dropping into your senses. Like we all have 5 senses, but like really the feeling sense. What am I feeling? What am I feeling? And you can start to feel those certain energies. And if you find yourself in that flow, this is how I'll find mushrooms and stuff. And when I really started on this path, before I really anchored in even knowing what Sasquatch was, because again, that came to me, but I was already connecting in nature, just not in this realm of things. But I was always following the energy and going, how did I end up finding all these mushrooms? And people are like, what are you doing? And I'm like, the energy just is a high vibration. And if you are completely open, you can feel it when you're in nature, and then you follow that. But that's how I see signs of Sasquatch. Feel it out, but you know this. And yeah, it's just incredible stuff that we can do when we're in nature, and being able to use her as a guidance. Like trees have so much wisdom. They have been here for so long, and if we can receive that wisdom by even, you know, taking some resin, some sap, chewing on it, brewing some cedar leaf, right, in a tea, you're infusing that into your body, and then you're connecting even stronger, so you can be more open to the flow of the energy in nature. And again, nature is quantum. It's the quantum realm. Like we're literally leaving the matrix, the fictional world, and we're going to the quantum. And that's even another thing with when we're out going through liminal space. You're so connected, you're feeling, and you're coming into coherence and resonance, and all of a sudden you can fall into that other space. And if you don't know how or what you're doing, that could lead you into not so good places, right? You might never come back. Just like the 411 show, it's like interesting stuff. I can see how, you know, you hit these spaces and it distorts you as a human, because we're so physical. We are a dense, emotional, feeling being. So that's cool. Anyways, I don't know what else you guys want to talk about, because what else? Oh, I've been grounding. Guess, yeah, I've just been having a lot more, I guess maybe more spiritual things happening than physical. Yep. Anyways, I don't know. Let's go. What else can we talk about? Another good herb that you guys can maybe start raising your vibration. Sure, let's talk about raising our vibration. So again, we can do that in many ways. Even just shaking it out, dropping it, be grateful. That's a really, sometimes we feel like, well, what can I be grateful for? It's like, just start out with the smallest little things and that'll start to rise up. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have socks. So happy and grateful that I have pants. I'm so happy and grateful I have a warm bed. So happy and grateful I get to connect with the earth. You know, that's a great way to shift your vibration. And even just using mantras in that way. I like using medicinal mushrooms to raise the vibration. Mantras are a great way. So like Kriya mantras, like Om is a good one, but it's not something I would listen to. Like there's a lot of Kriya meditations, but it's just like a mantra, right? So I can feel the vibration going up on that. Frequencies like the 524, the 517 hertz, high vibrational music, that as well. And then again, shaking it out, dancing, connecting to earth, just going out, right? I'm deep into meditation. Yeah, hello Ziki. Yeah, I love meditation. And that's what I've been doing since like December, every day. It's like I need to set aside like 2 hours a day for meditation and for some yoga. I love my Kriya meditations, like containing that energy body. The more energy that we can hold, that more higher vibration, if we can hold it, we can actually hold more money. We can hold more space for people. We can feel like that vibration. And that's one thing I love is Kriya meditation. It's called magnetizing radiance, but it's really anchoring in that. It is tough to set. Yep. And I go, well, you got to get more discipline then. It's like, holy cow. That it's true. It can be challenging to set time aside. And even if you're walking like out in nature, just go, I'm meditating, drop into your heart, take that out of the head into the heart, and just, even if you have to tap like your thymus to activate your heart, you feel the force also, right? And see, amazing. It'll help to anchor that in. And being in nature and meditating and allowing that channel, that energy, that flow, the toroidal field to even open up, right, and expand, for sure. How about the CE5 meditation? I've never practiced that, but I took some ladies out on expedition and she's been to those Stephen Greer meditations with the CE5. I've done retreats with people that have called in the CE5 and had UFOs. See, I find that such an outer experience, and I'm such an inner being. Like, I like the inner world, I like the inner work, I love the self journey, and all of that. But I have been, they've been making themselves very known and going, we're right here and it's gonna happen. And I had an experience, would have been January, that I was at a place here where I live and doing, like, it's like a light sound vibration journey. So you lay in a bed and it has water. It's a water bed, and then it shoots the vibrations of sound frequency through you into your own DNA, into your water body, right? Then you go on a journey, and all of a sudden it was right beside me, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And it made my heart drop, and I had to go, okay. And then I hear people in my head going, you interact with Sasquatch, Ashley, what are you scared of? It's because it's different. It's different. And he just wanted me to know that he was present, and I asked him where he came from, and he told me, and I was like, okay. But definitely they've been connecting more and more with me. I think it's just because I'm more open to it. So yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I've seen the UFOs out in the sky when they were, the lady that was experiencing the CE5 meditations, and I seen them, and I mean, I don't know, they're just, to me, it's still so far out there, like really, it's like way out there, and it's not physical enough for myself. I know they exist, but like, cool, if I'm walking through the woods and all of a sudden there's this shiny being, then maybe. But the being that did come to me, it was a big blue, tall extraterrestrial, and I was like, okay, yep, you're pretty tall. So Zeke, what are your thoughts about the dire wolf being brought back from extinction? I have not heard. Namaste, forget me not. Hello, welcome, Karen. Welcome, Karen. Nice to see you here. Do you think meditation and manifestation are pretty similar? Yeah, I think so. If we can, you know, get into meditation and create, yeah, I mean, because what you hold in your mind, you can hold in your hand. What you hold in your mind, you can hold in your hand. Now, to receive that, you guys, receptivity and takes action. We can't just be like, oh, we're going to sit here and we're going to meditate. We have to take those steps forward. And with the meditations, we become more open. We can see it in our minds. We can feel it. We need to feel that vibration. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have blah, 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 right? I'm so happy and grateful now that I have. And get into that and meditate on it. And whatever your desire is, and meditate, get that feeling. And then pretty much you're manifesting, but stay open when you're not meditating. Stay open to that opportunities, and they appear everywhere. Now the thing is, are we taking the right action? So that's where it's like, we want to stay open, flowing. Oh, that was a door. Oh, wrong one. We go over here and we go, you know, through another one, and staying open to that energy. And because there's opportunities we might not even see because we're not in that vibration or that frequency. So we want to become the frequency of what we want to attract while taking the steps and the action, because it is, I have found one of the things right now that we have become human doers. Do. No, we have to actually be. But being takes work. We're human beings. So just be, but it's like you have to take the being and the doing and kind of bring it into like a coherence, if that makes sense, right? And I find that can be so challenging, because I want to get it done, I want to get it to do this, do that, and do this. And are you distracting yourself? That can be something that keeps us from not being, right? So, yeah. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. And namaste, forget me not, Sasquatch, Dogman, Confessions, Karen. Thank you for all your amazing asks and shares, you guys. But yeah, meditation and manifestation, I'd say, are pretty similar. You guys we could create a space of high vibrations, and let's create what are you creating? What do you guys desire in your lives? What are you moving forward with? What would you like? I'm guilty of the busy work making me lose focus, right? Yeah. That's one thing I'm aware of, and it's like, pull back. So when people are like, let's go do this, it's like, no, I'm just gonna go sit in nature and, you know, be, and allow that energy to come to me. So like, example, like even if I'm walking with people and they're like going, I'm like, okay, this is not a race, you guys. I need you to slow down, because they're just boom, go, walk, get through the store, do this, bash through this. And it's like, okay, take a break, take a minute, center yourself and slow down, right? So as long as we have the awareness, and yeah, we can get busy, but if you have the awareness to go, oh, let's step by step and focus on that present energy and not allow that busyness to spiral you out of here. Because the universe is like, hey, wait, hey, you slow down. I can't. I'm dropping things in, but you're running or you're bashing through things. And it's like, I had to pull that one out to my mom. I was like, you know, the universe has all these things it wants to provide and allow you to receive, but you're walking way too fast. Slow down, because if we're moving that fast, we're gonna miss the subtleties that will be like, oh, on that path, that's the path I'm gonna go down, right? Just like in nature, when we're boots on the ground with Sasquatch, if you're doing, it's no different. If we can do the same thing in nature as in this matrix we live in, you guys, oof, you're gonna be on point. We'll be moving in a direction that you desire. And it's incredible, because the universe always has my back. And it's like, all I can say is I'm just so appreciative. Gratitude. I'm always like, thank you. And then slowing down. And I've noticed that the more I do that, the more I take time to serve me, the easier it is for me to serve others. You know, like, my passion is to help people. I love helping people. But if I'm not helping and filling my cup, I'm not going to be the best version of myself that, you know, everyone deserves. Everyone deserves the best versions of everyone's self. But yeah, the signs are subtle. Pay attention. Yep. A company from Dallas, Texas brought back to life 3 white dire wolves. Dire wolves went extinct over 10,000 years ago. So are the wolves going to be like the same type of wolves like what we have nowadays? I don't like, nothing like a dog man or anything, right? I don't know if it's, and then again, are they just going into different realms, and all of a sudden these beings are popping up just like the dragons? They're just out of a different, they're in a different frequency. And as the human, because we are going up as a consciousness, like, no matter what, Mother Earth is like, I'm changing, and if you can't keep up, you're gonna spiral. Bye. I'm speaking through. I don't know. I see it. We have to keep going up, and as we go up in this vibrations, all these, like beings, like, I wouldn't even, well, yeah, everything's a being. These dire wolves that you're mentioning, maybe they were extinct, but maybe they just fell out of our frequency because we fell too low, or we went too, you know, I think we just went too low as a human collective. And now that we're going into higher consciousness, then, you know, we're going up, right? So these things can appear. They will be working on bringing back a mammoth next. Not sure that if that is a good thing, right? But see, and that's where I go, it's so hard. It's not hard. I look at everything has just shrunk down. Like, if you look at an elephant, it kind of mimics a mammoth. You know, I look at the chickens and I go, you guys are like little raptors. Like, what? You know, you can see them on YouTube. They are 6 months old now. Interesting stuff. I don't know. Is it like cloning, right? Are they cloning? I don't agree with cloning or like any of that. If it's not natural, then it doesn't belong here. But then that's where they could go, Sasquatch aren't natural, or dragons aren't natural. I don't know about that. Look at what they want to do with humans, you know, like, they want to make them more robotic and not so humanness. They're making humans think that there's something wrong with being a human, when that's the best thing. We, just like Greg Braden was saying in his podcast, that we will beat a computer, and it's so true. Like, that is what I've noticed with myself, as our human bodies can do whatever if you are providing and infusing and connecting with the right things. We can keep up. Namaste for Forget Me Not says those scientists must not have seen Jurassic Park, right? Not a good idea. No, yeah. No. And hey, I watched the series with my son, the Jurassic Parks, like the cartoon, and I go, wow, like, I don't want dinosaurs coming back. No, thank you. I don't want to have to experience, you know, that fight or flight consistently with watching your back for raptors or triceratops. You know, brontosauruses would be cool, but massive, I don't want things to be destroyed. They want to bring back the woolly mammoth. Yeah, And I've heard that. And are they just, yeah. I don't know what to say about that. They took the DNA from the tooth of a dire wolf and then produced these pups. Of course they did. Because what's the good? For what's the purpose? I don't see the purpose of that. I think nature, you know, she's gonna, whatever, you know, like it's like the volcanoes and all this stuff is gonna happen. You know, I just sit back and go, I'm so glad I'm connected to Mother Earth. I respect her, and when the time comes, she will make the choice whether to allow stuff to continue or not. And you know, things are just getting way out of hand. Like, we don't need to go backwards. What happened to Atlantis, you guys? You know, like what happened to these other civilizations? It's not like they didn't exist. They've all existed. Look at that green bug that just landed on my finger. It's like, yep. See-through. Maybe it's a drone. Who knows? Exactly, for everything there is this season. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Everything has, and you know, and that even with the seasons, you know, like there's no such thing as wildfire season. Like, excuse me, pardon me, I don't think so. It's fall, winter, spring, and summer. 4 seasons. Now with the months, you know, I couldn't say. There could be 13 months. That 13 is a pretty lucky number. You know, like there's something around that number. Embrace the journey. When we are long gone, is someone going to take our DNA from one of our teeth and bring us back? Interesting perspective. Huh. So then, wouldn't they, yeah. See, then I would question, why haven't they brought back any other beings they've taken out of the ice and all of that, right? Like 13 moons, 13 months, 13 likes. Look at that. See, 13, you guys. Like, I tell you, I can't, Luna. So many messages around that. And he was just spectacular. So that makes me question, because haven't they found what you would consider cavemen? I don't know. I think there's just so much we don't even know. And all I can do is say what I have learned when I'm in nature and what God provides, God source energy, the universe, and Sasquatch, rising of the frequencies, you know, it's, yeah, I don't need to see other, what belongs gone is gone. It's in the past, leave it there, you know. Let's focus on the now moment. And that goes as like a whole collective, like let go of the past. Let's not do DNA from these other animals and stuff like that. It's in the past, leave the past. Let's continue on the trajectory of a higher consciousness, right? And will that bring us a crystalline body? I would love to hear what, you know, you guys think about a crystalline body. Are we losing, you know, I don't want to say we're losing our physicalness, but can we somehow, appreciate that, Sasquatch Confessions, you know, are we losing our carbon and going more into a crystalline? And does that mean we lose our physical bodies? Not really. I think we will start to have different, because we're going in higher frequencies, higher consciousness, it's gonna be a different body. And I think if we have a lot of density in the body, a lot of that carbon, or not even carbon, maybe we shouldn't even call it carbon, because we like to be, I mean, it's an element, so maybe they should start using different words, because we always have this human being of a body. Welcome camping with Sasquatch. Nice to have you here. It has been a while. That's, yeah. felt the urge to hop on and show up because I miss doing the lives and feeling motivated again now that spring has sprung. I'm sure real Jurassic Park will eventually happen. And how do we know that it already hasn't happened, right? Sometimes I go, I don't know. I think there has been an island that we just don't. My son was watching King Kong Godzilla, and how he goes back to the hollow earth, where King Kong is from hollow earth and Godzilla is like that reptilian type of thing. I'm like, oh my gosh. So when I watch these shows, I go, what's the actual message that they're trying to display without displaying it? I thought, wow, that's very interesting. To see that version and how they're in Antarctica, Antarctica. Probably shouldn't say that word on here. And how they went into the portal to go into to hollow earth. It's like, oh, okay, so Jurassic Park probably already exists. Which portal do we have to go through, or which island do we have to discover? Because I'm sure it's already there. AKA, this is why the movie exists, right? They're just showing you truth in movie form, and that's again another reason. Like, I'm not a movie watcher. I don't watch that kind of stuff, but if it's on and someone's watching it, I'll go, okay, what can I learn from this? As we are on this discovery of self and discovery of all that's here, our interdimensional being, like inside of ourselves, and connecting, like what I've learned with the journey from the head to the heart, that we have to make sure we're anchoring in those other 3 chakras. But you know what's even more important to anchor in those 3 chakras? Anchor into your earth chakra. Go at least 2 feet to the middle of the earth, and that multi-dimensional earth with inside this, so much. Sasquatch Confessions, they just can't say it. They have to show us. Yeah, see, exactly. They do have to show us. And then collective manifestation. They're good at that. Look at the spell cast, you guys. How many people check the spell cast? Oh, and they can put whatever kind of weather they want, but you know who's creating it? All the people that are looking at the apps. And that I just like, oh my gosh. Okay, all it is sunshine and sunshine and blue skies, sunshine and blue skies. Right. Yeah, it's amazing when I learned that, how they've had everyone collectively manifesting for what they want on this planet. I was like, okay, don't go down that rabbit hole. Like, don't, like, it's hard. It's like so then you have to become the vibration, the person that you want to be, to create the reality you want to see, right? So that's what my main focus is, so you don't get pulled down to that other stuff, because we are creating our own realities, and the more I don't play into those things, I don't see it. And people are like, don't you know this? And I'm like, no, because it's not in my reality. And they're like, well, you're ignorant. Actually, no. Like, I'm far from that. It's not in my reality, and unless it's affecting me in my reality in this now moment, I'm not going to play in the game. It's just a game, and everyone keeps playing it. And I'm not saying everyone, like most people, right? Most people play the game. They watch the politics. They do this. They do that. If it's dragging you down, it's not lifting you up, don't bother with it, right? Part of why they make us think Sasquatch is a monster when they love us. So my question to that Sasquatch Confessions is, who makes them? Well, yeah, they want you to fear because they don't want you to know the truth. And I'm fine with that. Like, I'm totally A-okay with people believing nonsense like that, because Sasquatch doesn't want to mingle with those people. And then they won't, and then I go, okay, that's cool. People are scared to go into nature too, right? Well, so you're 50 today. Happy birthday. What the WTF, right? Good for you. That's okay. You're just 50 times around the sun. Yeah, cool. Yeah, good. Big 50. Don't worry, you're still growing younger, right? That's the best thing. Growing younger and younger every day, and it's like, yes, what you're thinking for sure. I wouldn't have guessed that you were 50. Welcome to the club, Camping with Sasquatch. Okay, well, I have another 8 years to go. No, I'm not even gonna think about that. I will stay. Age is just a number. Thank you. Exactly, it is. It's something I think they just put on us to limit, right? Limit. It can hit differently if you allow it to hit differently. I'm going beyond 120 and it's like, yes, and everyone's like, yeah, right. And I'm like, yep, definitely. Like, it's incredible. It's our bullshit systems, our belief systems that keep us limited. And if we can get through those, yeah, we just grow younger every day. And you know, it's with that, you're gaining so much wisdom you have, and you still have the ability to go, and we're smarter. It's like, I wouldn't change it. I love it. People form many different realities. They take from the world what best fits their own realities. Embrace the journey. Yeah. Well, and if more people could be conscious of what to take on, right? For sure. And that comes, yeah, exactly. I can't agree, and I'm not totally. Yeah. Now I'm speechless. Camping with Sasquatch. It is just a number, but 50 is not the same. I'm thankfully feeling young. Yay. Feeling young. That's the most, it's the feeling, right? It's what we feel is, you know, the best thing. It's important to think the way you think. Yeah. Namaste, forget me not. I have many great aunts and uncles that lived over 100. Nice. I don't think of age as a number either, right? It's just an energy. It's like a frequency. Look at it as a frequency. Now you're almost at the 524 hertz, right? Or what are the brain waves and the betas and stuff like that, right? We're just going up in frequency. And you know, instead of when people turn to their energetic bodies, what I say is, it's really, they're just graduating. They're going back to their energetic selves, and they graduated. Turn back to energy. They're still here in energetic form. And if you connect, and the more you learn and connect, you can definitely start to hear them, feel them, pick up those subtle movements or things that they do, so they know, so you know that they're here and they're communicating with you, right? So Mr. Lenny Bach, yeah, welcome everyone. But yeah, so it's cool. And I mean, that became when I, you know, learned that everything was energy, and that people just graduate out of these bodies and into an energetic form. It's like, that just resonates and feels so much nicer when we come for these times of, you know, transition, right? Like everything transitions, and a cycle of life, and it's easier. And I guess as we earth school, yeah, exactly. And I'm great, by the way, thank you. How are you? Feeling inspired, which is why I showed up. Yeah, want to hit the ocean extremely soon. Might go out to BC just to Kamloops area. What's up? Crept out? Crept out? What's up, Ash? Long time no see. Hope all is well. All is well. Hope all is well with you as well. Yes, it's going. It's very well. Now that spring has sprung. And it's a, you know, it's nice. It's nice out. It's, don't have to wear layers and layers of clothing, which is great. Can barefoot, which I love. When I've put my feet on the earth the first time, well, okay, not the first time, like of the year, once the snow was kind of gone, and I could really get, because the snow is an insulator, right? So you can't really feel you won't receive the connections. Well, I know that, but Um, the West Coast is like, okay, April's going quite fast, you guys. Like, what did we go through a portal? Anyways, when I put my feet on the ground, I felt the electricity come from Mother Earth up through my foot into my legs, and I was like blown away. Because what happened before that, I was reading a chakra book, and it said, yeah, if you go outside and put your feet on the ground, this is what will happen. So I did that, and I was like, and I got zapped, and I like totally like sunk into my body, and I was like, did that just happen? That was the best experience I ever had grounding. And then I go back up and I open my book to go, oh, where'd I read that? So I could read it over again. It wasn't there. I was like, okay. Source energy came, just, you know, changed the words around. You know that movie where, you know, the books, like the words changed? Just so it could influence me to go outside and put my feet on the ground. Because it's all about the chakra systems and activating the different chakras, just so you could really fall into that energetic body. Because I'm, you know, it's just mind-blowing. What happened? What? So, peace out, Mr. Lenny Bach. But yeah, it was pretty cool. It's warm right now here in Texas. Yeah, I need to go to Texas. That's just okay. Yeah, I know. There's so many. Yep. If I just become the 51st state, then I don't need a passport. You know, what will happen first? That'd be all right. I just don't like going into government buildings and sitting in lineups. That is exhausting. That will take my frequency from being like way up here to exhausted when I do that kind of stuff. But I'll prepare myself. But I want to go down to Texas because everyone says, yeah, you're in Texas too. CWS. We should just do a big CE6 down in Texas. Yes. Get a big CE6 going on. Oh, that's funny. All your exes live in Texas? That's why I live in Tennessee. You're funny. Oh, you guys are good. That's funny. Alberta's thinking about leaving Canada. Absolutely. So if it's the 51st state, I'll welcome that. Oh, the politics and stuff, right? You know, it's whatever. We shouldn't have borders and all of that kind of stuff. It's just all a bunch of the games and big squatch powwow. Powwow? Exactly, a big squatch powwow. Can't you feel that? You guys, like, why not? Why not? Let's start creating these CW6s, you know, but big squatch powwows. Start just going to these different places. Doing it the other way. Connecting to nature. Meet Midway, South Oregon, and Cali. Sasquatch Chief will be there. Whatever that means. Sasquatch? Like, are you talking about yourself, Sasquatch confessions, or dog pees on trees? That's so funny. I like that. You guys are funny. That's why you get so much success, because you guys are funny when you're on the bush, right? Great to see you smiling, Energy Ash. Nice to have you here, David. Welcome. Invite Les Stroud. Exactly, right? There are so many different people. I mean, yep. Get my goo. I'm the Squatch Chief. That's funny. Yeah. But yep. Anyways, we will welcome Alberta with open arms if they want to be a part of the U.S. Yay! Appreciate that. Appreciate all of you and all. I mean, it wasn't my fault. I was born a Canadian, right? Who knows? But I love the mountains. I'm just more about the nature. Love the nature, and I want to experience a lot more of it. I'd love to go somewhere with a volcano, so I could really. I am like, my favorite element is fire. I'm a fire sign, and I love volcanoes. Like, they light me up. I've like, you know, it's just like to be able to touch like actual charcoal from I was out in a place and they collected it from a volcano, and they're like these rocks, like massive rocks like this, but they made like their fire pit and this whole garden thing with those rocks, and I couldn't get away from it and tried to buy them and they wouldn't sell it. They're like, some things just won't, you can't buy with money. That's how powerful these rocks, I wouldn't even say they're rocks, it's like charcoal, right? It's whatever comes from the volcano. So more like we'll add the US as another province. Oh yeah, you think so? But yeah, I'm an ocean people. Make one collect. Make one collect. Yellowstone is basically a volcano. Oh, that'd be cool. Where is Yellowstone? I'm 100% sure. It's somewhere in the States. I always get that mixed up with the charcoal. Yeah. Well, yeah, you got to collect it, but I have to go, okay, Wyoming. Cool. Do you have nature jaunts lined up for the spring? I do. I do. I got a fresh X advising me I have to go walk this coulee. I know there's one in there that they show me. And he's been trying to get me there for the past 2 years to come into there and whatever. Like, I don't even, they just want to show me something. So we'll go for a jaunt down there this upcoming weekend. I hope to get out to another area that I want to go see. They keep calling for the land. And then, yeah, so I have at least 4 in mind for the next, I would say by the end of May, there should be at least 2 more videos that are gonna come up for you guys to watch and learn and see what happens. But yeah, so if you want to, like, crept out, if you want to go back into my videos, I think it's Bigfoot or Sasquatch on the doorstep, neighborhood doorstep or something. So it'll kind of be like a replay off of that, but more has happened since that video because I haven't went into the forest that they're calling me to. So the other day I drove by it and there's a huge X and I was like, oh my gosh. So when a Sasquatch energy, it hits. And I stopped, I turned around, my daughter's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I just saw something. And we pull up and my son's like, oh my gosh, Sasquatch left an X. It's like, yeah. See you later, Ziki. Thank you for being here. Have a great evening. And it was like, whoa, that's impressive. And they're like, okay, listen, get in here. And it's like, okay, fine. I'll go see what they want. So there's at least 4 in the next month or so. Okay, starting like this weekend and then going forward. And the summer's already being planned. So yes, the way to quiet up there. What are they up to? I'm confused. Just no Greenland. Thanks. Okay, yeah. When spots call me for years, there's always something important to find or experience there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We have to listen to it. Excited to see what you find in there. I am too. Definitely. And it might just be connecting with that energy to be able to connect even stronger. But if I already have the tree breaks to get my attention, just 1 second. I'm over here. So, sorry for yelling in your guys' ears. And they just gave me a fresh axe. That's fresh. So it's like, yep. Go in there. Obviously, I'll look for tree breaks. Maybe I'll leave a gift. Maybe bundles will show up. Or maybe I'll take a bundle that I made and take it out there and gift and start playing around with some gifts out there. But yeah, see what's in there. Maybe they'll present me an apple. Maybe they'll present me a stone in my hand. I don't know. I'd probably run if I was by myself. It can be scary, you know? But get back out into the area. So yeah, definitely excited. way more to come. I'll probably start doing my lives again here every Thursday and do just some nature lives, but really get out into nature. I'd like to go and do some cooking out in nature as well, so maybe this weekend as well as boots on the ground, look into that area for some fresh evidence. But yeah, anyways, I guess I'll get going as my son is trying to look for me. Anyways, so much appreciation and gratitude for you guys being here. Thank you so much. You guys are all so amazing, all 13 of you, and all of you that have liked, commented, subscribed. Keep up the great work. Thank you for the support. Appreciate you. Thank you, Sasquatch Confessions, for the donation, supporting the boots on the ground. Appreciate all that because it helps us get out into the bush, right? Ciao. Ciao, ciao. So, catch you all. See you guys all next time. Have a wonderful rest of your time, and we'll see you again soon.